Joe and Alanna, are you guys with us here? While Jenny's working on getting you to the audio, let me just introduce Joe and Alanna. So Joe DeSena, I should say, is Managing Director of Sienna Wealth Advisory Group, parentheses, SWAG. I normally don't say that, but it really fits into what we're talking about today. And really, Joe is just a passionate marketer. He loves marketing, the game of marketing. And as he talks today, you hear his enthusiasm about it. Just a little bit about Joe. In 2020, he was named Best in State for Wealth Advisors by Forbes. He's been in the top 1% for over 20 years at Ameriprise, consistent CAC winner. He has a passion for what he does and gets joy from protecting his clients and their families from the unexpected. And he highly values his family, heritage, and tradition as a part of who he is. And then Joe's right-hand woman is Miss Alanna Morey. And she is the practice manager for Sienna Wealth Advisory Group. And her career path is she's moving from practice management to an advisor. So congratulations, Alanna. You're going to do a fantastic job. And she's just built a wealth of knowledge and wisdom in running the practice. And she and Joe are such a great combination. I think you're going to hear that in the dynamics today, because Joe likes to come up with a lot of ideas, and Alanna is the one who has to, say, okay, Joe, let's pull back a little bit, or let me think how we can make this a reality and put them in motion in a compliant way. So welcome to the both of you, Joe and Alanna. How are you today?
Great, Travis.
I'm wonderful. Thanks for having us.
Hey, glad to have you both here. Those are great photos of you. Joe, I love that suit on your group photo. You have to send me a patch of that so I can get something like that. Looking good, my friend.
I would love to send that to you. Unfortunately, I haven't worn a suit for about 18 weeks now.
You don't get dressed up in your home office every day, Joe? Is that what you're saying?
No, we do not. Alanna and I become very used to marketing in the virtual world, so we're getting used to the new normal and the normal of the future. So we're excited to be here today. Swag on.
Swag on. Well, let's talk then. So Joe, I mean, known you for several years. What's this passion around marketing you have? Where does that come from? Why are you so enthusiastic about building brand and bringing on people?
Yeah, the world, Travis, has become so complex. So what I believe is a brand makes it easy for folks to identify with us, with the work that we do. Because at Sienna, it's not just financial planning, it's personal. So what we do is very personal, and our clients identify with that. What we find out is when folks try to develop a brand, they have difficulty developing a message. And even if you look at our webpage, sometimes it even looks complex. And we're working with the constraints of what Ameriprise provides, but it's a great vehicle to get out there to the public. But we have to make the message simple. It has to say exactly what we do. All right, so my brand, and I speak to our clients about a brand, Sienna Wealth Advisory Group. And you said it before, your heritage is important to me. I feel very responsible for the folks that came before us. We're standing on the shoulders of giants. Sienna is a place in Italy. That's where my last name came from. So that's heritage and legacy. So that's what I identify in building the Sienna Wealth Advisory Group brand. And what we're finding out, we have a big following in our brand because we make the complex simple. And what Alanna does is, Alanna is great at bringing the vision to life. So for those advisors that are on the phone, on the call today, you might have great ideas, but you need help in implementing these ideas, that, of course, and that are compliant. But branding identifies who you are to the marketplace in a simple way. That's the most important thing that we should focus on today. How do you deliver your message, your brand in a very simple way where you build a great following? And we'll get into that in greater detail. Alanna, I'm sure you have something to add to that.
Alanna? Well, while we're getting Alanna on here, Joe, I want to make a comment or an observation that I hope people understood where the basis of your name came from and what that means to you personally, because you said your brand is personal, and that name is a reflection of that. And I think that's so important, because when I see advisors who are really good at marketing, I would call them mission-based marketers, and that's where you fall in. And whether in other words, there's different types of marketers out there that are really good, but the ones that are mission-based, listen to Joe's conviction about what he does, how he named his brand, and what that means to him, and paying homage to those who went before him to give us this opportunity. It's just real important to recognize, Joe, and I really appreciate that, because I think that shows up in everything that you do. So, Alanna,
okay.
Anything to add on brand development or making it simple, as Joe would say?
I think we lost Alanna.
Oh, no. We're going to be lost without her, Joe.
Oh, tell me about it.
Let's brag on her a little bit. Joe, I was kind of doing a little tongue-in-cheek about, in fact, you've told me you're the crazy one, and she's the one who kind of just, reels you in. Talk about this yin and yang, this relationship that you have where Alanna really makes things happen for you.
Yeah, she tells me what I shouldn't be doing on my personal Facebook page. Certainly we can't solicit business on our personal pages. But Alanna keeps reminding me that, keeping things simple. For all of us in branding, what we need to understand, and Alanna works on this with a great deal, people don't buy the best products. They buy the products that they understand. So in terms of messaging, make sure you know who your ideal client is. And Alanna and I spent a lot of time in identifying that. You need to understand that you can't be all things to all people. So when you understand who your ideal client is, that's where you go about in developing your social media, your branding and marketing plan. And especially now in the virtual world, now we know who our ideal clients are. I work with a great deal of retirees, and most of the clients have become like my family. So, and we understand what they need. Estate planning, legacy planning is important to them, retirement planning, asset protection. So when you know that, we line up WebExes, and Alanna coordinates all of the WebExes. You could check us out on our personal Facebook page, our business Facebook page, I should say. Alanna does videos where she interviews all the advisors on the team. She's very effective. She's the host of those videos. And we do constant WebExes on that. We post our calendar of events on that page. So that's important. Identify who your client is. So I would spend some time with your staff and going through who your clients are. You have to know who they are, okay? You have to understand that the hero in all of this, who is the hero? Sometimes advisors play the role as a hero. The advisor is not the hero, they're the guide. Your client's the hero, and you're the guide to help them. Remember that in all that you do. So here's an example. We're doing a WebEx, protect yourself from the unexpected, or from yourself, especially when there's volatility. The next thing that came up was a video that I did. I happened to be in the park out on a run, and I did this on my personal Facebook page. I did a quick video about being respectful to terms of what's going on in the country. People have differences, so I just happened to feel like I wanted to do a video. This is on my personal Facebook page. I get a lot of leverage from that page. I do not solicit any business there, but I connect with every client and every prospect on my personal Facebook page. Think about it. When someone is thinking about becoming your client, they're going to refer to social media. So make sure you're delivering a clear and consistent message. both on your business and personal Facebook page. On my personal Facebook page, people get to know me personally. They know my hobbies. They know where I like to travel. They know my wife. They know we like to drink wine. They know I like to run or ride my bike. They know we like to cook. They know my kids. They get to know me personally. It's very powerful. You know, I hear from advisors that sometimes they don't like to engage with clients at a personal level. You know, they have some friends there that might be going out on an edge with their political statements. So perhaps you set up a separate personal Facebook page just for your business clients. You could do that also. But I encourage this. This goes a long way. All of you know this already. There's more eyes and ears today on social media than TV, print, and radio combined. And the cost to interact at this level is potentially zero. Potentially zero. We pay for some Facebook advertising. We do that a great deal. You know, we promote everyone on our team. If it's someone's birthday, we promote it. If someone gets promoted, we promote it. Okay? And here is a video Alanna did interviewing one of the junior advisors on our team. Right? Simple topics. So our goal is to be omnipresent. We're omnipresent. We're on our personal Facebook page, on my page, our business Facebook page. We have a web page. We're on LinkedIn. We do videos. Right? In addition to that, we're doing WebExes with clients all of the time. You know, Alanna and I are having about a dozen WebEx meetings a week. We're connecting with clients. Whenever a client disconnects with us, we schedule the next appointment. You know, so again, being omnipresent is of critical importance to us. But remember, you're the guide, not the hero. Okay, so when you develop a brand, you identify who's your hero. You know, who are your clients, right? And then what is their problem? When you develop a brand, you have to identify a client's problem. You know, a lot of my clients grew up blue collar or they built a business from scratch. It is really personal. So if you look at your clients resemble you. I find out my clients resemble me. So that's why Alanna says, Joe, that's why most of your clients are insane. They resemble you, right? So right. You know, these people, you know, grew up probably first generation wealth and have done a great job. So, you know, they are my client and they're the hero, okay? So, but they have a problem. So identify what the problem is. The problem that our clients have is no matter how much wealth they have, right? And I'm at the shorter end of my career, and I feel like I have the same problem. No matter how much wealth you have, they're afraid that they're going to run out of money, and they're concerned about their legacy. That's the problem, and we're the guide. I'm the guide to help them solve that problem. Client, I've been in more than 20,000 appointments. I help thousands of people retire successfully. I'm a valuable guide. I love to tell clients that. I love to tell clients that. I have experience. We're guiding clients to making sure they have enough to retire. Okay? So what does a guide do, right? What does a guide do? So a guide is the advisor. And what does a guide do? They have to give them a plan. Well, we're in the planning business, right? We're in the plan. So this is how this is set up. This is how movies are set up. There's a hero, there's a problem, and there's a guide. This is how Star Wars, the movie Star Wars was built along this framework, right? The top movies, right, have a hero, right? A hero, right? They have a problem. There's a guide that helps them along the way, right? Right? And the guy gives them a plan. We have a plan in our practice. We have a trademark financial. Promote the type of plan. We gave our plan a trademark. It's the grade 8 financial plan. It makes the complex simple, right? We give them the plan, and then you call them to action, right? And the action gets them to the success or helps them avoid a problem. So if you identify all of that, you know, and I'm speaking to clients about this, you know, I'm letting clients know, that I'm the guide, right? I'm the guide, right? Just like a doctor is a guide when you know, unfortunately we may end up in a severe situation, right? You're there to help solve the problem and lead them to success. So you build that all into your brand. right? So, you know, some of the things that we say to clients all the time, it's just not financial planning, it's personal, right? Or at Sienna Wealth Advisory Group, we are passionate about protecting you and your family from the unexpected. This is significant. It's our duty, obligation, and responsibility to help you live a confident life as well as a great life. You get one retirement for one life. We'll help you get it right.
Joe, great stuff. A couple things I hear Alanna on, but let me just kind of play back some messages that I think are key for our audience here. One, niche marketing. Know who your clients are. The good news is this is the first of several events we're going to have, and we are going to focus on that. What I'm hearing is authenticity. I'm going to say a different way of, like, you were talking about putting yourself out there on Facebook. You're being you, and you're being authentic in the way that you express yourself through all that. And authenticity, there's a shortage of it in this world. So the more authentic you are, kind of like what Alanna's saying, Joe, you work with people just like you, you're coming across as authentic when you do that, and you're getting that back in. Some other things I heard is words mean something. I noticed, Joe, you weren't reading from a script on those last couple lines. I got a feeling those words have rolled off your tongue numerous times, numerous times. And also what I heard, or more importantly, John and I were talking about a feeling. I had a feeling of confidence that you were projecting there. It made me feel good to hear you say what you said, as if I was a client. And that's there again, that's the emotion part of it that comes with a brand. So kudos to you. Very, very, very wise advice here. Alanna, I know we got you on here. Joe said a lot there. What are some things that you might have to reinforce, or some other elements to add to this?
Yeah, thanks, Travis. I'm glad I made it back. We're having a crazy Florida storm right now.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of what Joe said, I think, is just bringing your personality onto your team Facebook. Of course, you need to make sure that your website's robust, you know, and you have everything up to date. But I think we all know there's only so much we can do with the website and so much personality you can show. So on Facebook, you can really show your personality and who you are to connect with people on a deeper level. So, and just some little things for us, which our best practices are: connect with everyone you meet, clients, prospects, COIs, literally everyone. Connect with them on LinkedIn, add them on Facebook, and then ask them to like your page and drive them to your Facebook page. And then, like you said before too, Travis, be consistent, not only with your messaging and who you are, but with post consistently and show your personality.
Yeah, Alanna, talk a little bit about, because I think there's some confusion when we work with clients. You know, and Joe, you made mention of this as well. You have your Ameriprise business Facebook page, and then the recommendation is not have a personal page, but like a personal business page. And of course, there's guidelines to follow. What are some of the differences there in the way you might operate those?
Yeah, so if you have a personal Facebook page, of course, you cannot post anything about Ameriprise on it. So you can't say that you work for Ameriprise. You can't, for example, share a post from your team page. You know, Joe can't share a Sienna post, but you can connect with your clients and prospects and show your personality. Likes to post motivational things. He likes to post about things he's doing with his family, when he could travel, maybe where he was going. So just connecting with people so they get to know you. And that way you actually can see who all these people are. The business page is where you're going to post, again, more content about your team, some fun stuff, but some also educational stuff about what everyone's doing. But then you're able to actually drive people from your personal page. You can invite them to like your business page. So for us, I mean, honestly, if most of the advisors, and not all of them have personal pages, but if most of them did not, it would definitely be harder to grow the likes because you can't actually go out and invite random people. You need to have some kind of connection with them on Facebook, or again, we did things like send out an email with a link, you know, sending them right to our Facebook page so they could like it. So just constantly driving people there.
Okay, no, that's great advice, and of course compliance comes into that, and later on we'll talk about compliance as far as some best practices. So, but we definitely believe in what you guys are doing and advocate that you have those kind of those different, the same medium, just using it differently, and especially, you know, what Joe was saying about his personality in relation to, you know, expressing that through his personal Facebook page. So any other suggestions or best practices, Alanna, that you might have on the other platforms?
Other than Facebook, we really primarily use Facebook and LinkedIn. LinkedIn, where we found the most success, is connecting. So we're in a new market recently down in Naples, Florida. So for us, what was really helpful in growing our network and getting to know people here was connecting with local COIs on LinkedIn and sending them messages. Again, we got certain messages pre-approved by compliance, and we would just send them out messages to connect with them and set up time for coffee. Maybe now you just have some virtual coffee, but to learn more about each other's business. But we generated a lot of referrals that way, but also just, you know, we're able to connect with more people in the community. And again, LinkedIn, you know, Facebook is really more, of course, you're going to have educational content on there, but it's really more fun. Like you can show, you know, one of the pictures I think we have with like someone's kid's birthday, like different, you know, more personal things. Whereas LinkedIn, you want to be seen more as a thought leader in what you do. So sharing educational articles that you think may be relevant for professionals, and then also connecting with professionals, whether it's COIs or perhaps, you know, a local company where people may have been laid off or are affected by COVID. You could connect with them and offer to help them or invite them to maybe a seminar you're doing on the job transition. So just be creative in what you're doing too. Think about all the different angles really that you can connect with people.
Okay,
and
so great advice.
You just want to add value.
You want to be their guide. You want to help some heroes.
Absolutely.
So one last question before we go here. I want to talk a little bit about your slogan, swag, and how you've been able to propel that at the front of your brand here. What was the thought process by using swag, and what are some things that you're doing to get that slogan out?
Yeah, so Alanna, with swag, we had some mixed reviews on swag. You know, whether we.
Funny, Travis. When we first changed the name, I remember like 6+ years ago. You know, you may have noticed Joe and I have like a slight age difference. So I was like, Joe, you can't go around saying swag all the time. But it definitely grew on me, and we really have used it. I mean, I remember we started at the very beginning. Joe ran a marathon, which he does from time to time, or maybe it was a half, to raise money for charity, and he wore a swag shirt. So he wore it while he was training, and now the whole team, I mean, we ran, a few of us did the Boston Tri last summer, and we all had swag shirts, and we hashtag swag on after everything. So it's really becoming like the swag lifestyle, like all of our events, our videos. It's really just who we are, and an easy way for people to connect with us and know, like, oh, that's swag.
Correct. It's like a swagger. You know, you walk with an attitude and a swagger because you know you're good.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know, so whenever you come up with your brand, hashtagging your brand is a pretty cool thing, because you can refer to that. You go to that hashtag and you see all of the stuff that you promoted in the past. Now, swag is being used by a lot of different people, so you know, I can't acknowledge what other people are posting under the hashtag swag.
That's why we do swag on, Joe.
We do swag on, right? Swag Nation, swag marathon, swag charity. We do all of that. So, and clients, when they come back to us, also, like if they like something, they'll say swag on, right? Swag on, you know. Even Ameriprise Leadership says swag on.
Yeah.
Caught on. Very cool. Alanna, there's a great difference in age, not a slight one, girl. Just want to clarify that for you. I thought about making Joe feel good on that one, but I better make you feel much better on that one. So, well, hey, I thank you guys for being on today. You guys have been very helpful. Joe and Alanna behind the scenes have been sharing a lot of best practices to use at Dynamic Directions. Joe and I worked together for a couple of years, so we've kept in touch, and I know Joe has a passion for marketing, and so just really appreciate you two coming on. So the D2 Nation hashtag is going to swag on.
Swag on, brother. Thank you for having us.
Thank you, guys.
Wish you all of the best of luck. Thank you. Bye-bye.